Alright, a couple guys named Ernie and Luigi showed up at my door and threatened to break my knees if I didn't get on the ladder right away. And it's early in the morning, so I am going to be eating my breakfast during this. I know some of you are really into my ASMR for some reason. So I really hope you're into that. Don't lead Heatran, it's a rain team. Thank you. Don't be fighting gems. No, there's no fighting gem superpower on that team because there's nothing to clear the path for. Like if there was a Garchomp or something and it could be Scarf, then that would make sense, but not here. You don't need Fighting Gem Lando on a team with that's gearing toward like Latios and Reuniclus busting stuff up. Sunny Day Toxic, that is intriguing. Well, if it's not going to be solar beaming, then that's a lot easier to deal with because I have refresh, so I don't care about status at all, and I could just encore it into Sunny Day, and then it's fine. Latias being toxic is definitely annoying, but nothing unmanageable. So now I assume. Hmm. Yeah, it's a tough call what to go into because I assume Latios is coming in, but Thundurus threatens everything besides Latios, and I assume he doesn't want to switch Latios into a Scald, so Thundurus seems fine. I'll go back to Ferrothorn now, just because, actually, I mean, Thundurus is a huge threat. Yeah, I need Ferrothorn to switch into Latios, but Thundurus really does destroy everything. And if I can get spikes down, then I can win the Weather War more easily against Tyranitar. So that's cool. Groovy, even. Yeah. Because Evil Dead 2 is, in fact, the greatest thing ever invented. This episode is dedicated to my good friend of many years, Badass, otherwise known as Tom, and I think he's the one who sent Ernie and Luigi because he just needs his laddering fix. So sad. Anyway, time to Scald and see what happens. God, Reuniclus against Rain is just the biggest pain. Yeah, most standard Sunny Day Tran are like Sunny Day, Magma Storm, Solar Power, Solar Beam, and then usually HP Ice, but sometimes Earth Power. Oh, that's wonderful. Now I don't even have to. Now I can just spam Spin because I don't really, and well, more spikes would be nice for sure. Yeah, no, I want a second spike simply because if I just leave the if I leave rocks up and a layer of spikes up, then T-Tar switches in twice more. And usually the second layer of spikes is definitely like not great, but what it does do is if he goes to T-Tar, that's totally fine, okay. But what it does do is it allows T-Tar to switch in only once more with hazards up. Oh, I probably should have encored that, but that's fine because he still can't really hurt me very much. And yeah, I'm just gonna encore him now. Jesus, that does a lot. And oh yikes, I have to refresh that off. God, that does a ton. And I'm not gonna want to stay in to deal with this. I'm gonna go to Latias. All right, that's God. Heatran being annoying against Rain. This is a very efficient Heatran set. Props to Mental Soft. Alright, I'm going to go to Tentacruel and get rid of the spikes. Actually, no, I got to Scald first. I got to actually get damage on this Heatran. Can't believe how annoying it is. Latios went from not a threat because Ferrothorn, T-Tar, Heatran, and now it's like actually a threat, which is wonderful. Is this last slot going to be Protect? I assume it is. Yeah, especially with Heatran taking that Scald, doing a lot. I was expecting it to be Calm, max HP, max special defense, simply because it's running Toxic and, yeah, Toxic, Lava Plume Protect, so that lends itself well to a bulky set, but it's looking to be more offensive, especially because that Lava Plume did a ton to Politoed. I know it was in Sun, but still. And this Scald also did a ton as well. So Ferrothorn's going to go down, which is just lovely. I'm just going to keep Scalding. Yeah, I mean, 2 layers of spikes isn't great, especially because Politoed is, like, really low now, but I actually can force in his T-Tar with my Latios and beat it down, and then, luckily my Ferrothorn is still really healthy, so I can withstand... Oh, is that a Scarf Lando? Well, I'm going to Protect, because if it is, then I'm just not going to... Yeah, I'll keep the sack for sure. I'm going to Thund, and now what's switching in? Because nothing is going to switch into this HP Ice. Enjoy it. Yeah, okay, so T-Tar is dead. Fuck! Alright, well... at least the Weather Wars won. That really bites. Maybe I should have switched out. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't want to get pursued or something dumb, but probably. Oh, it's Flame. Oh, that's wonderful. That is really good. And actually, okay, I'm not great against Reuniclus because my options are like encoring it and tricking it with my Latios, but hey, I'm hoping that the more offensive nature of this team means that it might be a Trick Room Reuniclus, which I can definitely overwhelm. Yeah, okay. Now that I know it's Flame Orb, Calm Mind, Trick, Flame Orb, is this like wish I could have the Black Sludge tricked over to it. Yes. Alright, I'm going to go to Latias here just so it can, yeah, now I can threaten a Dragon Pulse on it, and my Ferrothorn can now still come back in, knock off. I guess it could be Trick, Calm Mind, Recover, Dragon move, but I would prefer to find out and knock off. So... Oh, I really enjoy this. In the Ruins of Alfarum, beautiful camera movement there. Then you see someone making one of those uneducated cracks at GSC, and you know, one of the most well-known GSCers, Conflict, is just there to completely shut it down. Oh, I really, really, really loathe people who shit on GSC and don't know anything about it. So... that pleases me to see, as does this. Alright, fantastic. So, we're off to a great start. Hopefully that pleases Mario and Luigi as well. Scarf, Scissor, Rain. 'Cause how to make yourself slightly less terrible against Latios while running Rain. And while we wait, then I have this battle saved from my first attempt at recording, but it did not work because... my computer is fantastic. Anyway, Cloyster is not really a true DPP lead, but it definitely like has existed before. Ooh, I should start eating my croissant. And Defense Core is an alt of a great, great player. So I knew it wasn't like anything gimmicky. But I didn't expect the turn 1 explosion. But that's fine because that means hazards don't go down. Anyway, Hippo is a... Oh, I guess we'll come back to it. Yeah. Alright, now, this is a very unusual team. Anyway, here comes the croissant. I'll try to eat it away from the microphone, I guess. Oh, Cloyster. God, Jesus, Lord. That was a lot of emotions I just went through. But, yeah. I think I can, yeah, just lead Politoed fairly safely. Great. Leading into Lando. No, I want to get rocks because of stupid Cloyster. Excuse me. Maybe I should have just led with Pharaoh to begin with. Yeah, I definitely should have, actually. I don't know why I didn't. Terrified of Scrafty, I guess. This is the first Scrafty I've seen in black and white in a long, long time. I have no idea what it's going to do. DD or Bulk Up. I hope Bulk Up, because DD is actually, yeah, annoying. Well, I'm going to encore it. Hopefully it uses high jump. Oh, it uses crunch. That's not great, but at least I can iron barbs it. Then knock off and... Yeah, I have to not let it drain punch all the health back after. Good lord. Yeah, Scrafty's such a cool Pokemon. Yeah, alright, I'll just Power Whip. Actually, no, I'm going to Stealth Rock. Oh, I'm amazing. Yeah, that had to be done for the sake of Cloyster. And now I have a Dragon Gem Draco Meteor ready to fire, but I don't want to drop it yet. Okay, it's not Ice Gem. Great. Oh, for God's sake, really? That was your move? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, now I'll go to Thundurus and survive and lose my Thundurus, but it's probably fine. Alright, well, the Ice Shard is coming, so I'm going to Tentacruel. Oh, you just Icicle Speared on the Thundurus without fear. Is he like a Scarf Cloyster or something? No, I guess he's not. Oh, thank God. Yeah, fuck you, Cloyster. King's Rock was just banned from Black and White, and good riddance. Oh, spin blocked, nice. Yeah, this is the pinnacle of competition here. This is probably one of those... I would not be surprised if this had Psyshock or something. I'm going to sack Thundurus because... Oh, wow, I'm incredible. Alright, well, hopefully it's choice and he switches. Oh, no, Scrafty came in, okay. Fine. I'll just go to Tentacruel again. Oh, low kick. Yeah, this is not peak Black and White, but we gotta do something if we're gonna appease Tom and his buddies. Yeah, I didn't want to protect... Actually, no, I couldn't protect on it before because it was... because I just used Protect, so I had to risk dying. Ooh, now I get to fire off Thunder, unless he wants to go to Scarf Lando, which is not a threat. So yeah, this game should be wrapped up. So I will start looking for another, because that's how we operate here. I'll go to Gen 3. Why the hell not? I'll just use this lovely, lovely fun team. I'll just go to Ferrothorn, because he can't hurt it. Oh, it's lefties. Okay, never mind. I'll just, I don't know, spam Power Whip. No, not rocks. Wow, look at that. Ferrothorn just showing what an offensive animal it is. Yeah, knock off to remove a Scarf or something dumb, so it can't Draco crit its way through my team, probably. And yay, Scizor did something. For the first time since 2013. Awesome. Alright, so since we're not getting a game, then we'll resume. So yeah, Hippo want to double down because this is clearly an offensive team. Or a very offensive team, even, and Hippo goes toe-to-toe with the lot and gets up rocks, so we get up rocks on Heatran. This is especially defensive Hippo, so it can take 2 Fire Blasts easily. But he's also Shuka, and that's what makes me think, wow, this is some really old-school stuff, because Cloyster has never really gained traction as a true OU lead or anything. What I remember, it was like first floated, the idea of it, like well over a decade ago, and that was when Shuka Heatran was the go-to Heatran set. Offensive teams all used it, so I really felt like I jumped in a time capsule here. Anyway, so rather than let Hippo get exploded, I decide, look, either Boom is coming or another Fire Blast is coming. Either way, Scarf Heatran can take it, because I'm also using a very old team with Scarf Heatran, and then Flygon comes in. And I go to Hippo to check out because if it's Scarfed or... I didn't want to sack anything like more healthy, and I still want to get a Boom off with Heatran potentially. And Hippo can scout if it's Scarf or it's mixed. You know, if he was mixed, then he was doing a hell of a job bluffing. Scarftran shouldn't risk it there. And if it's Scarf, I can still deal with it. But I make a very foolish play and go to my Starmie here instead of going to Scizor. And even more foolishly, instead of recovering or spinning, then I was fearful of the Ghost. But Surfing did nothing. I can handle a Ghost. I have Roserade. And this was a classic example of not taking the bigger picture into account. When you get stuck on the turn by turn small stuff, then that's when stuff starts getting messed up. So very foolish of me here. So very characteristic of the first game you play in the day. Anyway, especially at these early time. It's not early, it's very reasonable. So now I go to Scizor and throw up a Desperation Swords Dance instead of what I should have done prior, which was go to Scizor and U-turn. And, yeah, so that's not great. Oh, but we'll come back to this after. Alright, there's a... I have a feeling this is a good player's alt. 1436, that's pretty high. Mainly because of the Raikou lead, which is, like, very good player fashion, and the nickname, which... very much the same. So I don't really have a great true Raikou answer on this team, so I'm just going to have to go for Brick Break, and he... Wow, that does a ton. From Horiyama, I mean from both sides. But I expected it more from Raikou, because this is not the most specially offensive thing. But, wow. Oh, nuts. Okay. I guess that's to be expected. But, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to... That's a lefties lead Raikou. You don't see that, because the standard is like Lum. So... now, I have the awesome benefit of being able to recover up to full health as he KOs me, so I mean, that's fine. Now, here comes my awesome... at least Raikou will be sacrificed to sand, so... Yeah, okay, now pivot like one Ross Geller did so many moons ago. It's a good shot. One of my greatest pet peeves, psychotic hatreds, something in between, is people very confidently talking about something they don't know about, and then someone who does know what they're talking about just, oh, fuck me! Tom, I hope you know I'm suffering for you. That was some bullshit. Oh, it happens, but does it have to? I guess when Ernie and Luigi are lurking over your shoulder. They're enjoying this, by the way. Psychos. Yeah, I'm not in a great spot here. Oh, okay. Fine. Fuck it. Fuck it hard. Oh, what is that face? How is that the appropriate reaction? Alright. Well, that happened. So I guess the lesson is to stay away from using anything besides Staraptor. Anyway, I go for the Desperation Swords. And Zapdos comes in, and my saving graces... I see it's not leftovers. I mean, leftovers can still be dealt with similarly. The goal is basically force it out with Heatran, bring it into like range for +2 Bullet Punch. But it's a lot easier when it doesn't have leftovers. And if it's Life Orb, that just sweetens the deal. And obviously I want to go right to Heatran and then, you know, pick up the Flash Fire boost and not necessarily sack Roserade. But the thing about Bulky SD Scizor, at the peak of its popularity, once Heatran went down, it was usually very easy to outlast the remaining opposing checks. Like, if the remaining opposing fire move user on the opposing team was Infernape, because Heatran and Infernape are best buddies, then it would be very easy to just, you know, force that Pokemon in, switch out with Scizor, win later. And that's the same kind of... And since we're playing a very old-school team, it follows that that same kind of logic applies here. Because Heatran is down, Zapdos is not going to last forever with Life Orb and friends. And, oh, what am I trying to say? Yeah, so that means that it's very likely that the next time Scizor comes in, it can go for the sweep. So that's good. Yeah, so now Roserade, he goes for the Thunderbolt, very smart move, and goes for, yeah, so I think I went for Spikes here, which was silly, because I should have just been Grass Knotting to keep him low at all costs, in case he decided to roost. Yeah, and luckily for me, he Heat Waved and he missed, but that was very foolish of me, because I was thinking, alright, gotta go all in on Scizor, gotta weaken everything, but it shouldn't have, that shouldn't have been the case. I should have been thinking, look, Heatran down. Keep Zapdos low, and it's likely that Scizor will just win against the last few on its own without help from spikes. But we'll get back to that. Alright, so now we're going to trick this Roserade, which I hope is not Scarf. Oh, it's Sash. Wonderful. And now we can go to Metagross and get some rocks. Oh, that's wonderful. So Roserade, I mean, it's not great to face a Specs Roserade because it's really strong, but it's definitely better than having it sleep and T-Spike. Oh, is this stupid thing going to Magnet Rise? I mean, I have to try for the Earthquake, just on the off chance that it's someone who doesn't know what they're doing at all. Yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Fun fact, if you have the choice between a super effective hidden power, like not a quad effective hidden power, but just a regular super effective hidden power, and a 95 base power stab move, then go with the stab move because it is slightly stronger. If you do the math of 95 times 1.5 versus 70 times 2, you find that 95 times 1.5 leads to 142 rounded down, as opposed to a super effective hidden powers effective power of 140. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep this dude around, even though he's probably going to rocks. But that's fine, because he's feeling pressure. Magnezone Heatran, unusual combination. And, you know, it's not an unusual combination. My mouth and this croissant. It's just match made in heaven. Do I sense a hidden power grass KO? That's a very frail Swampert, by the way. That has like no bulk at all, but it's also not fast, so wonderful. Oh. Now what do? We sacrifice the Pokemon at 1 HP for this exact purpose. Now, what do we go to? Yeah, we go to Raptor. Might not have been the optimal choice, but was definitely the coolest choice. And -2 Specs Leaf Storm is still going to obliterate it, but I really, really hope that this Roserade has the sense to switch out. Anyway, U-turning is for idiots, because, you know, playing pragmatically is clearly the most of my concerns right now. And then Heatran, I don't know. Heatran, an unknown. Hard to really analyze a team that, you know, Roserade, Heatran, Swampert, and then a Magnezone. So, but I'm assuming some sort of special attacker here, like Latias, Suicune, Jirachi, that kind of thing. And possibly a Gengar would make sense. Like, if there's one reason I can think of that would justify using Magnezone on a T-Specs offense team like this, it's to really open up Gengar. So I can get behind that. But that also means that the move is to click Brave Bird. Oh, yes! There's our special attacker, and there's a... Ooh, that was so worth it. I would have hated myself forever if I used Close Combat there, so I'm very glad I used Brave Bird. Almost as glad I am... No, I'm even gladder to have Brave Birded that Latias than I am to be eating this croissant. That's good stuff. You see it just drop? I mean, I know Latias is not the pinnacle of physical bulk or anything, but it's still a, you know, tanky Pokemon. Oh, this has Chople. Magnezone is pretty useless here, so I'm just gonna... Actually, Gliscor is kind of useless. You know what, I'll be a little on the careful side. Not going to sack Staraptor, of course. That would make things really silly. I'm trying to avoid some sort of, like, lose to Fire Blast scenario. Well, if we assume the Heatran is Scarfed anyway, did it? Yeah, it could be. So, oh, no, this is easy. I just, I sack the zone, and then I go to Metagross. Duh. Yeah, keep the Heatran alive, or keep the T-Tar alive for the Fire Blast spam. For some reason, I was fixated on the idea of using Chople Tar to survive Weavile, but that did not need to happen because I still have Metagross, and Metagross is a monster. I made my Gliscor Adamant, I hope, most of the time, but it's slower than the Specs Roserade, so hopefully that didn't come. Maybe I should have sacked the... Yeah, I should have sacked Gliscor instead, because Scarf Magnezone is more useful against these remaining... Against Roserade and Heatran, simply because Gliscor might get outsped. But yeah, fun. Alright, so... let's pull out the... I don't know, let's go back to Gen 5. Yeah, Gen 3 felt very cursed today. And I'm not usually superstitious, but at the same time, you know. Anyway, back to this game. So yeah, I should have grassed out of here. That spike was very foolish. It was definitely getting rusty. That heat wave curve, I really doubt mattered. I am especially defensive Rose on this team because it's a very old team, but yeah. Alright, a very standard rain team. Good work. So, that's annoying because rain is obnoxious as hell. But it also means that Breloom is going to be annoying. My one saving grace, because this is a Toxic Orb Breloom, and it even has Facade, so it really smacks Latios and Thundurus, which would otherwise resist its stab combination. Anyway, time for my morning hot chocolate, because I'm not a coffee guy. It's just not for me. Even as an adult, I just revel in hot chocolate. Alright, wonderful. Now, I don't know if he's going to sack Politoed or just going to go right to... Okay, he's going to go right to it. Well, I'm going to go to my Scarferoda. Oh, Jesus, of course. Thunder might not KO, especially if he's a bulky spread, but it might do that. I hate playing rain so much. It's just the devil. So I'm going to Surf here, and then I'm going to Calm Mind on the Ferrothorn switch and go for the... Oh, of course, yeah, just go for the Thunder. Yeah, be that guy, sure. Anyway, it's time to Calm Mind up and hopefully win the game. Alright, excellent. Didn't draw the Draco. Oh, he's Leech Seed? Really? You're running Leech Seed Ferrothorn? Like, that doesn't lose to everything in the universe? Alright, well, you know what? Fine. I'll just use my new plan of, well, I'm at +3. I'll still be at +2 after this. So, something's getting disintegrated here. Step 1. Okay. I mean, that still does a ton, so fine. Now I just Calm Mind more. Oh, excellent. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, this Latios set is stupid. With Weatherless, you always have to make some really... You really have to go out of your way to deal with rain, otherwise you're just going to get destroyed. Like, Rain Tentacle is the dumbest. Like, Breloom is nice, but then you have to offensively contend with Thundurus and Latios, which is the biggest pain. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going with black and white. This one feels less cursed. Okay, there's Rotom Heat, there's Hail. I don't even remember what this... Oh, I remember. Yeah, this is not great, but it's fun. Yeah, so now I go to Heatran, and I go for Fire Blast just so I don't lock into HP Ice unless something stupid like Jirachi set up. Because Calm Mind Rachi very possible on these kinds of teams. You know, definitely fine to do that. And then Flygon comes in, and I'm like, alright, I gotta Roost. I gotta get an SD. You know, and my folly here was trying to be as safe as possible and wanting to get a second SD in the event that something like D-Knight is still around. I don't want like a Mixed Knight to survive my +2 Bullet Punch after Rocks, and then... I mean, it's unlikely that there's a Mixed Knight there, simply because of the Zapdos. I don't think that we're going to go for the double non-lead Stealth Rock week, but it was just in my head, you know, you can get two SDs. Alright, Hail against Double Setter Sand. Oh, and this is a Double Setter Sand team that has no switch-in whatsoever to Keldeo, so that's wonderful. But it also isn't wonderful in terms of Kyurem switch-ins, so that makes me feel a little bit better. We're at less than half an hour in. I feel like so much has happened already. I guess that's a good sign. Anyway, here comes the drill. And here comes Kyurem. And Kyurem is willing to take an Earth Power because an Iron Head, because I'm hoping that he's going to think I'm Specs and I'm just going to sub on the switch. Oh, I mean, okay. I guess he's like specially defensive or something. But yeah, I'm just going to sub again and see. I don't think he's going to just want to spam Earthquake against this Kyurem. You know, because Earth Powering the hell out of Excadrill would just be excellent for this team. You know, one less threat. I guess he's really intent on this. I mean, I don't mind just PP stalling him out. Okay, I'm just gonna Roost. I don't care if he's Encore. because now I can go to Jenna Maroney, who's going to do a great many things over the course of 7 glorious seasons. Man, I really want to Ice Beam and break this stupid thing's sash. Yes, yes! Alright, that's fantastic. Because I know I have Jirachi, but which, of course, Anna was predicting here. And Hippo got KO'd 444 times. Oh, I'm on fire very early in the AM today. It's not very early in the AM, I just got a late start. It's early for me, not early for regular human beings. Alright, well, 1 Sand Setter down, 1 to go. Yeah. Well, Kyurem's so much fun. Its typing is just so awkward, and it just kind of comes up short a lot of the time. Now, is this going to have Gyro Ball? Yeah, okay, of course it is. I don't have what you would call a great switch to Gyro Ball, so I'm going to, I guess, I'm going to go to Lando and get up some rocks, because that's helpful. Not super helpful, but it gives me something to do while I see what Ferrothorn's up to. Oh, that's great. I scared it out. Maybe. And now I'm just going to stay in and HP Ice because, I mean, okay. Alright, good to know it's Scarfed. Well, okay, that makes sense because he's got a Hippo. He's not going to be bulky thing and that. So, now U-turn just because I don't really mind the chip. And I'm going to go to Tentacruel for the purpose of using Knock. There we go. Alright, do I need T-Spike? Yeah, they could help. Yeah, I'm gonna go for T-Spikes just to help out with the tar. Oh, that's great. Alright, now I'm just gonna spam Scald and try to get the burn. Oh, he didn't start spamming spikes. Oh, that's great. Alright, so he's got the dual stabs. And I'm going to go to Jack Donaghy and so for the hail, so I can start chipping it. Does this have a... Oh, come on. Don't be that way. Alright, that's superb. That's less superb, but doable. And now we're just going to Ice Beam the hell out of something. Great. Oh, healing in lefties. Or healing in sand. That's a good feeling. Alright, EQ. Oh, seeing you get chipped by sand is just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Alright, we're going to go back to Kyurem here. And there's the tar. That's great. We're going to Earth Power. Yes. Oh, that doesn't... Oh, well, the crit. But that's fine, Kyurem going down, because now we have free reign to go wild with Latios. I really hope... No, it's not going to be fast. If it's not going to be faster than Kyurem, i.e. not Scarf, then it's not going to EV to outspeed max speed of Abomasnow. Alright. Exca annoying, but basically Exca not gaining health in sand is really nice, because then I really wish I had... Yeah, I might come up short against the Exca, honestly, because Jirachi dies and Abomasnow definitely dies, so I kind of wish I'd Earth-powered it early on, but... Do I have to trick? I might have to trick. It'd be kind of funny. Yeah, alright, so I gotta let this thing go, sadly. Yeah, I'm just going to spam Surf and see where it takes me. This definitely could have been more optimal. Oh, that's great. Oh, and he just doesn't even try to protect or anything. Okay, not great still. I mean, I'm still, risking, in a very risky situation here. But... unless he double switches here, yes, okay, that's great. Because now I can U-turn. Okay, how much do I have? Okay, 22, let's call it 23. It's my math is going to be off, but, let's let's round down just to be on the safe side. Okay, 22 minus 6, that's 16. Break, KO one thing. Alright, yeah. Alright, U-turn is 100% the move here. Great. Yeah, okay. And, do I Draco? Do I Surf? I think I Surf. Yeah, I definitely Surf. Yeah. Alright, and now I break the Sash, and Jirachi finishes the deal. Oh, nice. That was very tight. Thank you. That's very, I appreciate that. Alright, I guess we have to keep going with Hail. Let's go with Rotom Heat, because I have no idea what this is. Oh, I gotta get back on those teams now that my summer semester is over. Both of them. And yeah, so with Scizor, I just SD after roosting twice. I check the calc, and I see what it's, you can even see my calc here. I was like, okay, that's going to be a lot, assuming Jolly. Actually, it was doing a ton of damage without, so it might have been Adamant. Maybe, who knows. Because the rolls are all in the middle somewhere, and I figured, alright, roost, one more, and then it crits again, so I was thinking, oh, I really shouldn't have. I should have just gone for the +2, and turns out the hunch was correct. Gengar and Super Rachi without HP Fire, or else he would have mentioned it. So Scizor was great, good to go there. But you know, Emerald's a nice guy, and yeah, great player too. So if you are interested in DPP and you have not watched him play the tier, I recommend finding ways to do so. It's easy. Do some browsing on smogon.com/forums. Alright, so that was my in-between search time. Alright, I guess we have to look for other generations now. Let's go back to this. Do we go with... I have very little recollection of these other teams. Oh, this is a very fun one. As long as I don't play like a complete idiot around DD Tar. Which, of course, is a big if, but, you know, Pobody's Nerfect. Viagra Boys. Oh, that's a great alt name. This is definitely... That's the most good player alt I've ever seen. I learned at a young age that good players, whenever they're laddering, they don't have like alts that you can really distinguish them by usually. It's always something semi-witty, let's say. Oh, wonderful. I don't know what was being feared there, but I will take it. Alright, there's a left... Because that's not a banded pert. Yeah, no, definitely not banded. So you would assume it would have rocks. And so here comes the Suicune. I'm just going to be aggressive and Calm Mind, because that's what this team is supposed to do if you have an opportunity with Suicune early on, because Latias has Healing Wish, and that way you get a second Suicune later in the game. And Suicune is best when you use it aggressively. So rocks up, free Calm Mind... an assumedly offensive team if it's leading off with Swampert that's EQing on the first turn and then going into Heatran. I mean, there are lots of possible checks, you know, Electrics, Roserade, Latias, there, you see. But, and so this is a modest Suicune, then it's going to be very tough to KO, and it's going to be... I kind of want to Calm Mind. Let's consider a Calm Mind. As soon as I copy-paste my R. Yes, so assuming this is the offensive variant of mid-game Roserade, then the Leaf Storm is still going to sting me like hell, because Roserade is a beast. But I'm wondering, might it be the move to... See, that's big damage. 50% to Oko from 82. Okay, yeah, that's the HP percentage I put in for Scizor. Play music, please, if you'd be so kind. But -2, I just get so tempted, you know, because of the drop-off. -2 against +2. No, yeah, that's still too much. Alright, yeah, the move is definitely just to Ice Beam, and that is a bulky Roserade. Stun Spore is the only really annoying thing it can do, and that's fine, because, again, Healing Wish, and he's still not exactly hurting me a ton. If only I had Substitute, but, you know, subbing on a more offensive Roserade would be foolish. Alright, so it was worth considering. I always like to calc just because, at least for me, I feel when you calc, then you start consider even on something that might not like be relevant. Obviously, you don't want to waste precious time on it. But if it's something that could be relevant, then as soon as you start calcing that stuff, then you really are. Oh, I have a rose rate of my own, so that's fantastic. That T spike rather over the choice of regular spikes. But yeah, that's. I feel like as soon as you start calculating that stuff, like even if it's not super relevant, then you are like in the right headspace to really consider all the other options, and that's really good for your decision making. I'm really tempted to just ice beam the hell out of this Zapdos. I mean, it might sub, but that's nothing that can't be dealt with, and like most of my team checks it in some way, and I feel like I don't want to waste the +1 full health Suicune just because it's paralyzed. So +1 Thunderbolt is not going to be doing a ton. Modest Ice Beam is going to be really, I mean, it's going to be KOing max HP Zapdos always after rocks. Yeah. Okay, there's the sub. Yeah, so the problem is that it's going to be subbing a lot, but that's good to know. I almost want to. No, that was definitely a good choice. I just want to keep. I don't know when the roost is coming, but I want to keep ice beaming. I don't want to like start spamming Hydro Pump while paralyzed against the sub. Yeah, what's cool about this is that afterwards I can go to Roserade. Oh, come on. And get up some spikes. Alright, there's Calm Mind. So now he's going to do a lot less with Thunderbolt. Yeah, that's great. That's potentially not a 3-hit KO. And that +2, then Ice Beam is KOing max HP Zapdos always. Oh, come on. That's silly. I mean, I know that's what we're dealing with here, but it's still obnoxious. I hope it's a sub-toxic variant and not sub-roost. Or, sorry, sub-HP Ice, because that would make Roserade even better against it. Alright, +2 Ice Beam on the Roost is still nice because it still does a lot of damage, as you see there. And plus, come on, Hydro, hit! No! Oh, that sucks so much. I know the odds weren't great, but I felt I'd really worked for that one. Alright, I'm going to get up a Spike and a T-Spike. Just to make my life as easy as possible against Swampert. And, you know what? What the hell? I'm going to get the second layer of Spike, simply because Roserade is still going to be out of range of Stealth Rock, so it can come in and threaten Pert, potentially. But also because, yeah, Zapdos is such a pain in the ass. Also because I feel like I want to get more out of Rose than just, the semi-healthy Death Fodder, and the second layer of Spikes, while not great, can definitely do a lot in that vein. Oh, that sucks a lot. Alright, second layer of Spikes, see, that's helpful. That helps cancel out Jirachi's, oh, that's Scarf, that's wonderful. That helps cancel out Jirachi's Scarf U-turn. I mean, leftovers, but if it had them, but it doesn't, so. Good news is he can't go to Swampert. Heatran is, against an offensive Heatran like my own, not really an option. Zapdos is not great. I mean, it can be annoying, but it's not ideal. And Latias looks like an enormous threat, especially because the last is very likely to be a ghost, Gengar or Rotom. I'm going to lean more towards Gengar, simply because Rotom on these teams is most commonly used as a Scarfer. It definitely can. Like, there are a lot of great subsets. Substitute sets, I meant specifically. There are many subsets of sub-Rotom sets. But yeah, there are a lot of those. But generally, when you have another Scarfer like this, then you say, okay, well, that means I can use Gengar over Rotom. It's not like an exact science or anything, but I definitely would not be surprised to see the Gengar as a last here. So basically, Latias is a huge threat. Scarf Rotom with Swampert poisoned is actually an enormous threat. And the second layer of spikes. I mean, again, second layer of spikes is generally not the best thing in the world, but if you can get it, like, and if going for the second layer of spikes is not disproportionate to what you're doing in order to set it up, then yeah, it's great. Let's see, how much did that T-Bolt do to Zapdos before? 42. Alright, I'm going to Fire Blast, and then I'm going to Explode. Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to... No, I'm going to just hit him with the Life Orb Fire Blast. God, that does a ton. Oh, that's excellent. Alright, and now I'm going to go to Rotom. Great. Alright. Now we use Shadow Ball? I mean, you'd think he would go to Swampert over Heatran, switching directly in. No, we're going to go to Latias. Good, because that can... No, I don't want to get a... That's good, yes. Latias covered both moves, so that's wonderful. Let's Calc Specs Latias against... I assume this is a specially defensive Heatran. It usually is on these teams. Yeah, not... And it can boom. That's the big thing. That's why we're going to go to our own Heatran and Earth Power. That's great. And, even if he switches to Zapdos on the Roost, which would be magnificently ballsy, by the way, even if he did that, then that's just another... Latias will come back in, and... also, wow, I'm low on Fire Blast. Latias would come back in, and the Heatran would be lower, I believe. Because, again, second layer really putting in work. So, yeah, that was definitely the correct use of Roserade here, I think. I'm really just hoping the Gengar... I mean... I don't think he really can afford to let Heatran go. That's the bigger reason. I mean, yeah, I want to hit Zapdos and Gengar, but also him letting Heatran go is just saying, all right, I'm letting you win with your Rotom now, and to a lesser extent, Latias as well. I don't think his last. There's definitely if it's a Ghost last, then it's definitely not going to be something that resists water, because Ghosts are not just used for spin blocking on these teams, but because they're great hazard abusers. So, I mean, I'm sure it could be something like a Flygon, but I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, the good news is that since this is going to be assumedly Rocks, Lava Plume, Protect, Boom, then it can't even KO me without KOing itself if it stays in. Oh, okay, that's fine. Look at this. That one went to the left, but it's fine because we have HP Grass, and Zapdos can't switch in his HP. That saved me a Life Orb hit. That's fine. Although I don't think that's going to matter at all. Alright, here comes Zapdos. Here comes Draco Meteor. Oh, Zapdos is dead. That's wonderful. And I don't have to risk Draco Meteor anymore, because I can just Surf. And that's great. Jirachi comes in and... Oh, T-Tar. Okay. That's not great. Definitely not great, but I think it's DD. So, I mean, part of me is really tempted to... Because, look, if I Surf it and Latias goes down, then I'm just going to finish it off with Jirachi or something anyway, right? And if I... And I don't even give myself the possibility of it being DD. Several reasons. So we just have that. We don't even give ourselves the possibility of it being DD without the reward. There's not really a reward for weakening T-Tar. Simply because it's so ravaged by hazards already that Rotom is going to be able to beat it anyway. That's the big thing. The even bigger thing is that I don't think it's Pursuit on that team, simply because it seems to me like he needs some sort of late game cleanup. I mean, yeah, Zapdos is fast and strong and bulky, and Jirachi is Scarf and Hazard and stuff, but he doesn't really have a late game cleanup option, and that to me is the really really big thing. Uh, and another thing, when you use DD you need other Pokemon to pick up the slack defensively, especially against things like Latias. And he has a specially defensive Heatran and a Jirachi. He has two really bulky steals. Bulked out fully and then naturally bulky. So, I think that all signs point to... Okay, it's Pursuit. I don't think that's a great choice on that team, but, so be it. I'm going to go for another Spike, just because third layer, wonderful. I would have really have liked to... Oh, I can spam Earth Power really easily now, which is great. I really would have enjoyed being able to Healing Wish the Suicune, but... Such is life. Alright, at least I put forth my rationale and it was solid. So, alright, third layer. Oh, yes, that's great. Now I'm going to go to Jirachi and just go for the Iron Head. Jirachi might even... No, his Jirachi won't die. But it'll be... It won't... What's it called? It won't hurt to have it. So, alright, here comes Heatran. Assume it's bulky. So I'm just going to go to... Oh, it's bulky with Earth Power. Okay. So Protect, EP... I don't know what that's about. But I'm going to go to Rotom and Thunderbolt simply because I need it against Scarfarachi less. Oh, I guess it's some sort of subset. Alright, so now he needs a double protect. That still does not do very much at all. Okay, come on now. Alright, can we hit some Hydros, please? Just a Hydro would be fine. Alright, so I guess this was the sub-protect thing. I don't know why the Pert didn't get up the rocks then, but... I mean, not that I'm complaining at all. Yes, alright. And now we finish this thing off with HP Electric. And our Jirachi has Protect, thank God. And it doesn't even come to that, so... Whew, that was a tight one. Alright. That was enjoyable. Whew, let's go back to Gen 5. Actually, you know what? I feel like playing some Gen 2. I feel like busting out the Smeargle nonsense. Hot chocolate's going to lead me to one of my famous bathroom breaks. And then I have water as soon as I wake up. I don't wake up and immediately start chomping down the hot chocolate. You gotta that's a very important hydration tip. Always drink water pretty much as soon as you wake up, brush your teeth. But yeah, so I'm going to get some more water after this because you gotta cleanse the system. And it's generally a good thing for you. Yeah, let's try to find the Rotom Heat Sand. Oh, and if you really have to go to the bathroom, then don't hold it in. It's not healthy. Alright, Rotom Heat is kind of not good in black and white, but I decided, you know what, maybe you can do something fun. And I didn't even put Overheat on it. Because apparently I'm really good at deciding how to best make use of its unique talents. The rest of the team looks pretty fun, though. Anyway, and it's got a unique, interesting color scheme, so I enjoy that. Anyway, there's a dragon spam team with a Breloom, so I guess it could be useful. I don't know why this extra has Swords Dance, but sure. I'll lead off with the Scarflando. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm just going to get up rocks because they're uncontested. Because Scarf Rocks Lando is awesome. And yeah, Scarflando, if there was a Kyurem lead off, I could just intimidate it, have a easier time switching into Band Outrage. And nothing else leading off is really scary at all. I don't care about a Jirachi lead off. Oh, is that banded? Alright. That definitely, another good habit I'll force myself to get into so I don't mess things up and complain about how I messed it up. It's really hard to give this your full energy when you're doing it over and over again. But yeah, I'll just give it. God, I should play Gen 5 Ubers just so I can use regular Lando again. I miss it so much. Not even like the sheer force nonsense. I miss the days of sand force earthquakes. Let's see. Bullet Seed at -1. I mean, I have oh, it's like max defense. Is this max defense Scarf Lando? Is this supposed to be Scarf? Oh, I put speed on it. I guess there is. It outspeeds +1 DD Knight. Alright, so it's max defense Scarf Lando, which is a great set. You know, and so, if you're using Scarf Lando, you may as well make it bulky. So it can take hits. Is this 3-hit Bullet Seed? How much did that do? Oh, it did about 50. Okay, I'm asking, is it banded? Yeah, okay, it's banded. So that's fine. Now I can go to Breloom and get my Toxic Orb, and it's not doing anything at all, so I'm just going to fire off Facade. And actually, no, I should have subbed because I could then Focus Punch Jirachi really nicely, but I didn't want to. Oh, recover. Okay. Oh, I have dual rocks here. Well, I'm gonna go to Slowking simply because it's nice, able to do that. Slowking is just here for regenerating fun. Oh, awesome. Okay, I get the sand up, and I don't really care about Latios. So now I'm just gonna go to Excadrill, and there's a very nasty Dragon Claw. Oh, that's really nasty. I don't care for that at all. I really don't. But I'll get a U-turn. So this just got a lot more difficult. Arguably should have just not messed around with Protect, just gone right to T-Tar. Especially because I don't need T-Tar for anything else, so that was really silly of me. But I get to kill the thing now, so that's wonderful. Okay, now Kyurem's going to be a pain, because it's Jolly Choice Band, which is helpful. So I'm just going to go to Rotom Heat, and at least it only really switches in once, maybe twice more. I got to keep Scarf Lando alive for the D-Knight. Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, don't really need T-Tar anymore, so let it go down to the Outrage. Yeah, at least now Kyurem doesn't switch in anymore, so that's great. Does U-turn kill Kyurem if it... Because Kyurem's bulky, and I don't have attack EVs. U-turn, you know what, not gonna risk it. I don't really... Oh, it's Scarfed! I probably should have gleaned that from the outrage damage on T-Tar, hence my surprised voice crack. But I assume a fighting move is coming my way, and there's not really much I can do to stop it. Yeah, I'm gonna go sack Slowking, simply because Slowking does the least against the remaining Pokemon. Alright, well, now we go for Will-O-Wisp. Alright, come on now. This thing having HPX is actually very nice against D-Knight. Alright, I'm just going to go to... I don't know what this set is. Oh, it seems to be some sort of physical variant, so I'm going to sub up on it. Yeah, earlier I didn't sub because I was somehow afraid of the -1 Bullet Seed. Alright, well, we're going to protect... Oh, for nuts' sake. Yeah, that was really dumb. Okay, low sweep. Can we handle a banded low sweep? I don't think we can. Not with Breloom, anyway. We're gonna go to Lando. We're still faster than Loom, unless it's like Jolly Band. Oh, and we U-turn on the Jirachi. Great. Okay, now we'll just finish this off with... Did the Volt Switch KO it? Yes, it did. Alright, so now we go to this, and then we go to... I guess Lando, simply because it doesn't let Breloom in for another free KO. I'm not totally jazzed about the idea of D-Knight coming in and E-speeding it, but I guess it's better than... Actually, you know what? Before we make that decision, let's calc. Let's find out just how much Choice Band Breloom does with low sweep to max HP Breloom. No, not the Doubles physical attacker. Doubles is a wild tier. Okay, that's a pretty nasty chance at a KO, which I don't care for, but I also don't really need Breloom for something else. Yeah, no, I need to preserve the Intimidate. Really wishing I could overheat the Magnezone right now, but that's okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's great. I hope it's... Well, if it's banded, then there's no problem at all. There's very little problem. But if it DDs, then I just Facade it. Oh, that's fantastic. It's not going to roost. Oh, that's so good. Did I not show Facade earlier? I did, but, you know, whatever. Okay, now we're just going to Facade just in case. Okay, well, Superpower definitely KOs. But, yeah, now we're just going to HP Ice, and, good. Okay, victory. Thank goodness. I'm going to take one of those bathroom breaks. Oh, I need to... Jesus Christ, I almost didn't practice what I preach and didn't break the balloon. That if I parried there, I really would have... Oh, shit. Well, no, I think I'm still okay. Actually, now I'm very glad I burned it. Okay, well, no, I'm going to Volt Switch because it's going to do a lot because I'm max special attack. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. And we are good to go. All right. Yeah, that was almost disastrous. Yeah, I would have had to play some really messed up T-Bolt prediction games if that parried. Yeah, all right, bathroom break real quick. This is your intermission, and I will BRB. Like the Terminator, I am back. Speaking of, I had the utmost pleasure of being able to see Terminator 2 in a theater for its 30th anniversary recently. That was a joy and more joy. Just wonderful. Hydreigon. Oh, the CB Breloom thing. I remember this from the Relic ancient times of like a couple of months ago. Ooh, more Dragmag. And, oh, I almost loaded Hydreigon Dragmag into Hydreigon Dragmag. Well, this is nice because CV Breloom's Mach Punch is fantastic. Not so nice because Hydreigon is a pain. Nice because Rotom is kind of awesome and can kind of split the difference no matter what the lead is. And by that, okay, that's fine. Oh, that's really good. You know, it's the difference of if Jirachi leads off, that's not so good for something like Gladios, but I don't want to lead off and be on the back foot against what's it called, Hydreigon immediately. So we're gonna just go to Magnezone, and we're gonna follow that rule of using the nuts. That sucks. Well, if Garchomp comes in, that's free rocks. Hopefully, it's just well, we need the rocks for Dragonite. All right, we're gonna assume. I assume it's Yachi. Well, it's certainly no, not Yachi or Salic. But no one runs. One person ever has run sub SD Yachi, and it's definitely gonna be Salic. So we're gonna go for a U-turn simply because I don't want to. That's irritating, but it's at -1, so it's mostly fine. Oh wait, no, we can bypass the sub because Breloom is amazing and has Bullet Seed. Yeah, Breloom's health. Breloom is kind of like an advanced Aerodactyl in this. Its health is kind of irrelevant until it hits 0. Okay, that's awesome. 3 hits, that's fine. And I'm just gonna Bullet Seed again. Hopefully we get... Yes, awesome. Oh, look at Breloom go. That was monstrous. Alright, here's the big one, Latios. But we have a full health Jirachi, which is going to turn Latios into momentum with U-turn. Don't you just love when the tables turn? Jenna Maroney is going to not quite knock this thing into Salic range yet. But Breloom wants to knock its own checks into range for its Banded Mach Punch, and it does that by using Banded Mach Punch and daring them to switch in. Very fun little interaction there. Anyway, I'm preserving Jirachi's health and its item, apparently, by going to this thing and spamming Thunderbolt. Oh, cool. This is... Oh, it's actually going to outspeed the Hydreigon, which definitely looks to be minus Spit F from how much that did. And Focus Blast goes the other way, but I was going to go to Breloom after that, so yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that went really well. Wow, today's black and white is going swimmingly, he said, cursing himself. Volcarona Range Semi-Stall. Oh yeah, this fun little thing with a stupid Volk. Volk is such a crazy Pokemon. I swear, once Gen 5 came around and introduced those moves that boost... They broke the previous rule of no more than... you can't boost more than +2 in a given turn. Wild stuff. You know, like even moves that boost multiple stats, like Dragon Dance, Calm Mind, Bulk Up, then those are just +1 to each individual stat, not, you know, like Shell Smash, which is like +2, +2, +2. Oh, sure, you lose your defenses, whatever. White Herb if you care that much. And Quiver Dance is a +1 in all stats, of course, but it's +1 in 3 stats. Like, it would be bad enough if it was just a special Dragon Dance, but it's not. It's a special Dragon Dance and Calm Mind, which actually makes Volk so much harder to deal with, because suddenly you can't just like throw even something like a Scarf Keldeo at it anymore. It's crazy. Let's go with some offense. It's a very standard team. It's quite popular nowadays. Oh, I don't have a Yachi on this thing. So sad. I don't want to switch out of... I don't really have much of a choice but to switch out of Zapdos turn 1. Oh, thank goodness I did. Alright, well, time to DD. Oh, thank God, this is Chople. Yeah, this is a very much... Don't worry about it too much, just set up and sweep. Also, even if this does like Spore and then KO me or something, then I have a Lum sub Dragonite, which means that it will potentially just run away with the game. And that's why Breloom should be bulky. Here comes Dean. Actually, no, I'm going to stay in and force the issue. Yeah, I'm going to stay in and force the issue. I'm going to Stone Edge just in case. Okay, that's fine. And now I'm going to go to D-Knight because... because now the check... Oh, I don't have a sub on this thing anymore. I thought I did. Jesus Christ, that does... Oh, it's a bulky one. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go to Zapdos because it's generally nice when the Pokemon that you... that's supposed to be checking you is forced out. Okay, that's Protect. That's fine because we have Magnezone. Just going to T-Wave it and get out of there. And then Bronzong and Metagross should hopefully deal with it. So I was assuming this was like a standard old offense team, but it's a more balanced spin on it because it's got the Scarf Flygon, which was more of an extra addition than a staple, but it's also got a very bulky Zapdos and a Bolt Starmie at that. Oh, and a Blissey. All right, well, we're blowing that up because we don't want that around. Fantastic. I'm glad Jirachi didn't come in there. That would have been irritating AF. Oh, I don't have Boom on this Metagross, even though I really should. Wait, no, what am I doing? Why am I going to that? Well, we can Magnezone is actually kind of scary because it can blow up Flygon and it can T-Bolt the other two. So the move is definitely Bronzong because rocks aren't really that important, and this annoys everything else. Yeah, we're definitely EQing that Starmie on the switch. Oh, I would have loved to have blown it up on the switch. Actually, no, I can't even let Bronzong go simply because it, otherwise I'd lose to Earthquake. Well, I guess Metagross can live one and then Ice Punch Flygon. So no, yeah, it's not that simple. I'm gonna explode the Flygon, though. I think it'll be easier. Yes, there we go. Alright, now Bronzong comes in. Yeah, alright, that's great. I'm gonna get up... I'm gonna Earthquake for... Yeah. I want to burn some recovers for the purpose of making it easier for Metagross to beat this thing. Oh, nice move. Very nice move. But this thing also has Lum, and I can Agility, and then make it a lot easier to beat the Starmie. Oh, just right to it. Okay. Well. Yeah, I think I need an attack boost. That was really nicely done. I should have set up rocks. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. Oh, that was well timed. Yeah, that was a screw up on my part. Yeah, I mean, Starmie wasn't... yeah. That could have been cleaner, but so be it. Yeah, we've had some luck, you know. Oh, I should take this time to say that this has mostly died out, but there used to be this fairly vocal subset of people who go, you know, you shouldn't complain about luck because it all evens out in the long run. And it's like, technically that's true. And, you know, over a lengthy Pokemon career, then yes, absolutely. But in, you know, the short term, we definitely don't have a large enough sample size for that to happen, and it's a good way to make someone annoyed with hacks even more annoyed. Generally, a practice I'm not too fond of. You know, people who have just lost a game, you generally shouldn't antagonize them. Just let them stew, unless they like personally attack someone, then that's different. But you know, just let them stew, let them vent, get it out of their system, and definitely, you would think this would need to be said, but definitely don't ask someone who just lost a game to do you a favor. It's unbelievably rude, and you would think that would be obvious, but a lot of people are not very sensitive to that kind of thing. I've seen and experienced a lot of irritating post-game commentary, ranging from, oh, I think you should have, you know, played it a little differently, like, oh, thank you, that was very kind. I know, thank you for rubbing it in my face. And then there's also the classic, oh, can I have your team? You know, I know you're just mad about the loss, but I really need your team. Which is, you know, fairly irritating even the best of times. Anyway, here's Mono Water. Yeah. The rudest thing that I think was ever said to me after a series I lost, there's the trick, but who cares? I got rocks up and there's no spinner. And I have Thundurus to come in on the Will-O-Wisp, apparently. And this is a matchup, Mono Water matchup, where Thundurus doesn't do anything because Grass Knot does nothing to Lantern. Really? Really? Okay. Sure. Be that way. Good. It's dead. That only cost everything. Yeah, this is going to be irritating. Yeah, Scarf Rotom's awesome. Anyway, my point was... Oh yeah, the most irritating or rude thing that was ever said to me after a series, it was for some tournament, like semi-early, mid-rounds, I don't remember. And I didn't have a great series, which happens to literally everyone, and I just lost. And I'm sure you could blame it on, you know, matchup or whatever, but no, I just didn't play great and lost. And afterwards, the guy was like, hey, why didn't you play well? You know, why did you play so badly? Which I guess was supposed to be sort of like a compliment, like, oh, you usually, you know, play well, and I'm wondering what was up. But even then, even in the most charitable interpretation, it was just like, really? that was fairly mind blowing to me at the time. Uh, and that wasn't even like a new experience for me. I was a certified veteran. Okay, as opposed to veteran, let's use a different word and just call me old as hell. But yeah, I had been around for a while, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, why'd you play like shit? What was up with that? Having a bad day at home or something?" So I don't know. That was did not care for that one. I think that still takes the cake. Although there's definitely been instances of losing a close game and then like 30 seconds after losing a close game, which I imagine you would think, hey, this guy might be frustrated after losing that really close tournament game that he really tried in. Maybe I should wait more than 30 seconds to ask him for his team. It's like, oh, no, can I have your team? Yeah, sure. Anyway, stupid ass Lapras is going to get in the way of my beloved Feraligatr sweep. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and clean this one up with... Oh, it's hydration. Yikes. Well, that's not fun at all. God, stupid ass mono water. Stupid ass Rotom staying in and so yeah. I have a Lantern, which is the most perfect Thunderous counter one could ask for. Might I maybe consider going to it instead of risking the Rotom, which is annoying to the whole team? No. Let me just stand in Hydro Pump. That's the Pokemon luck that you should get annoyed by. By the way, that's more than valid when someone will say. It's like, oh, why do you get so upset at hacks? Like if someone is let's say the game against Emerald earlier where his Flygon went crit fishing, that was his best play. Anything else would just be him voluntarily giving up and losing the game. So I'm not mad at him for going for that because it was his best move. I'm not expecting him to just roll over and give up. What is annoying is when someone makes like a blatantly bad play and gets rewarded for it. Like there was this, or it's that, or well, that one's the worst for sure. But there's also the case of when actually, what am I doing? Why am I? Oh no, it's not water absorb. It's hydration. Duh. So I can SD to my heart's content. Yeah, I'm just gonna SD up and hope for the best because this is fairly annoying. I don't think I can realistically, encore it. Don't have enough PP because Ice Shard has a gajillion, so I'm gonna have to start waterfall flinching. Yeah, so if a piece of hacks occurs on like one very singular turn, like a crit happens on the one turn it possibly could to win the game, then yeah, that's really irritating. Oh, thank God. And, yeah, I was probably out of the... I mean, I had to fish for some sort of crit there, or flinches. Yeah, Lapras is irritating. But, then again, I did lose my Thundurus, which wouldn't have checked the Ice Sharding Lapras, but, hacks happens on both sides. I used to be a massive, massive whiner, and I can hardly look at my old replays without cringing hard whenever I complain about something as soon as it happens. Last like 3-ish years, I've been pretty good about stewing privately, venting in private, even when something really stupid happens. Obviously, I get annoyed, as anyone who's watched me ladder can attest to, but it's generally better to keep it in, simply because what you want to be doing until the very end of the game is focusing on what you can control, and what you can control is your ability to make the best play ever. Do your best to win the game right until the very end. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If the hacks really was that bad, no one's going to fault you for it in good faith. If someone's going to be an asshole about the way you lost a game, then they're going to do it no matter what. It doesn't matter if you got... I've seen people lose to like consecutive crits in a game they otherwise played perfectly, and then people will act like they, got outplayed because they're terrible. People are going to be assholes about this no matter what. But, gotta get the sand up for stupid Cloyster. If you are, all you can do is, God, that Ice Beam crit might have just given Cloyster a free setup. Cloyster's a pain. No. A crit! Okay, that was really funny. I've seen a lot of reactions to hacks in my time, but that was hilarious. He was just like, a crit! Wow! I've never seen one before. Alright, there's an SD. Hope he doesn't pass it out. Oh, he's SD brick break. Yeah, that's gonna... Wait, I have a fast Excadrill. Never mind, I'm okay. I don't really need Gliscor for anything else, so I'm just gonna keep, Oh, nice, he brick broke. Do I need Excadrill around? Fuck. Alright, well, I guess I reaped what I sowed there. Oh, that was silly. Very silly. There's hacks everywhere on the ladder. Oh, I should change the music, maybe. That's what caused it. Like I said, superstitious. Yes, let's go. Oh, Flying Gem Gliscor. That's always a good time. What was I going on about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to control what you can until the end of the game. And complaining just... what's always funny is when someone complains really hard and then gets hacked. It's like, how do I respond to this? You know, complain into luck. It's a great, great combination. Anyway, Crit Dodger 69. That's a dangerous sounding alt and a high rating. So, and a Smurf hyper offense. So let's see how this works out. There's going to be the Chomp lead, of course. Then there's the annoying Breloom. I want to keep my my scarf on my Latios, so yeah, it's gonna be annoying, but not insurmountable. I don't think. Oh, well, that helps for sure. Now I'm gonna Scald simply because I want to burn the Starmie switch, and well, there goes the balloon. Do 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 do. Well, Breloom is completely worthless in this matchup. Actually, you know what's even more worthless is, what's it called? T-Tar. Because I want the sand as soon as possible for Volk, and well, that doesn't KO, and it's going to die to everything else. So that one I actually don't think will matter. Alright, just T-Wave, just in case. Okay, fine. Alright, I think he's going to stay in and try to just Bullet Seed me, because he assumes a standard defensive Gliscor. But this is not a standard defensive Gliscor. This is the awesome Gliscor of Destiny. Nice. Alright, there's the Knight. Well, I have Slowbro. Oh, he's gonna have Dragon Gem, obviously. Yeah, okay, so now what okay, not even Dragon Gem. Now I Draco Meteor. Ooh, Volk sets up after. That's ugly. Yeah, I might have wanted to go to Slowbro. Ooh, yeah, that was not well thought out by me at all. Now I gotta Draco this again. I'm still faster, which is nice, but it's going to do, like, no damage whatsoever. I have to hope he quivered again. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Yeah, alright, so I messed this one up real hard. I have to protect a million times now. Or miss? No, okay. Yeah, I messed that up real bad. I should have just gone to Slowbro. Slowbro doesn't allow Volk to set up. Freely. That was really stupid of me. Uh-oh, I'm approaching Tiltland. Let's go back to the fun stuff. Let's go with Empoleon. I have no idea what my ratings are, by the way. I assume not great. Actually, the black and white ones were going really well today. Until the last couple disasters, of course. That's always the tough balancing act of laddering, you know. When do I stop? Oh, that's a good Finch team. Ripe for Empoleon destruction, because it's a bulky Breloom. Boo. Rotom's a pain. But it's also scarfed. Alright, I'm going for Encore. Alright. Provoke the Seed Bomb. Oh, there's the Scarf thing. I'm going to... No, I'm going to Toad. Yeah, that's great. And now I'm going to go back to Thunder. No, he's going to... I think he might double pump. I'm going to go to Pharaoh. That was really, really silly of me. I should not have done that. Okay, no, yeah, okay. No. I was right. That was fine. I'm going to now go to Tentacruel on the fuck. God damn. Alright, yeah, luck on both sides, apparently. Alright, now we gotta thunder that Latios. Because if he switches Excadrill into this without knowing it doesn't have Focus Blast, then he's a jackass. But, no, Rotom comes in and gets destroyed, which is wonderful. We're gonna go to Politoed. Okay, that's fine. I want to get the Encore off. I guess that was a good move on... No, it was definitely a good move on his end. The good news is that Empoleon looks terrifying. Okay, well that's great, because Ice Beam is going to destruct. Yeah, if... now that Rotom's dead, if Empoleon sets up, it just straight up wins. So that's fantastic. Alright, now Excadrill is in, and I'm just going to Agility. Oh, it's toxic. Okay. Alright, well I'm going to be that guy, and I'm just going to knock off. Actually, no, I'm going to Power Whip first. I don't want to knock off the Latios' Scarf. Oh, alright. I'll take that. And I'll take the spikes as well. I don't really care about Lando's health at all. No, I want as many spikes as possible so that my Latios is suddenly a massive threat. Yeah, now here comes Thundurus. Oh, he doesn't go for that, which is nice. Goodbye. Now I hope his... Oh, his Excadrill's going to come in. Yeah, I have Grass not Focus. Which doesn't do... No, it doesn't do a lot at all. Okay. So yeah, so now I'm going to go to this. I'm going to Trick. And that will give Empoleon the setup it needs. Well, the Jirachi has... Okay, I'm going to Memento now. Oh, great. Fantastic. Agility. And now it's a Scarf Empoleon, but it also doesn't have a Thunder. Oh no, that's oh no, I messed it up. God damn it. God damn it. Well, I'm still potentially okay. I should have subbed, I think, on the extra. Yeah, why didn't I goddamn sub? No Paraflinch action here. Yeah, I messed this one up. I'm definitely tilting very, very hard now. Alright, well, I'm going to double knock, which is helpful but not ideal. Now I have to Grass Knot and do a bunch of dumb, toxic dodging nonsense. God, that does nothing. Yeah, I fucked this up so bad. God damn it. Oh, well, that was incredibly perfect chip damage by me. Yeah, I should have just been spamming Earthquake, I guess. But yeah, that was insanely idiotic. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm going to get the spikes down now, because that means he cannot Wish Pass to Excadrill again. Well, that worked out perfectly. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I played this so stupidly, but I think I'm out of the water. Because, yeah, Jirachi can't kill me. And I just use spikes for some godforsaken reason. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm PP stalling him anyway. / Iron Head. Actually, no, now I should be attacking him. so he dies quicker from. Yeah, the more he takes iron barbs damage, the sooner he has to like wish and stuff. So, oh, I might not be out of the woods just yet. Yeah, I fucked this up really bad. Jesus Christ, that was embarrassing. Alright, I'm going to go back to Empoleon and try and get some torrent surfs on it. Oh, nice. Well, that was Jirachi doing Jirachi things and both of us fucking it up really bad. Wow, yeah, it's definitely going to be time to stop soon. But let's see how much further we can get. Without losing our minds, of course. Oh, it's an hour and a half suddenly. Time flies when you're going psychotic. Yeah, making some not so great choices anymore. But that's what happens when you play for so many games in such a short period of time. It's not like Smoke and Tour where you only play a few games and over the course of a couple hours. You know, it's not like it's just bam bam one after another. So it allows you to maintain your concentration throughout a lot more easily. Whereas here, I don't know how many games it is per video, but hopefully enough to be satisfactory. Anyway. Oh, we're just not gonna get games. That's probably the universe telling me, all right, you've served your debt. You may now, Ernie and Luigi are nodding, but not quite yet. All right, should we see if we can redeem ourselves for that atrocity of an advance game we had earlier today? It'll be pleasant. Make me feel a lot better. Oh, look, it's my favorite guy in Ruins of Alph. This gentleman in the lower right corner of the screen. Now, so many more videos to do today. Yeah, I'm stockpiling. But I also have to go like outside and deal with people regarding contracts and other nonsense. Disgusting. Truly disgusting. And yet we persevere. Alright, come on. Give me something. Give me a good note to go out on. Alright, just no. Okay, fine. But no, we won't run away just yet. Do. Also, for those who don't know, the Ruins of Alph room is like the best place you can go to play other people. I've noticed this trend recently in my Discord server of people talking about the game and wanting to get better at it, but not wanting to actually play the game, and instead just, I mean, look, Paper Pokemon and Theorymon, whatever you want to call it, it's great, but before you can like really get good at it, you have to understand how to actually play the game, and that comes from actually playing the game. So, if you really want to improve and play, even semi-seriously, then I recommend just joining the Ruins of Alph room, laddering, joining the room tournaments they have here all the time. They're great. Gotta play the game. It's, yeah, that's, you would think that would go without saying, but, I've noticed lately that a lot of things that you would think would go without saying really need to be said. Interesting. Is RBY available? Probably, because there are always some Ash teams on the Gen 1 ladder. But yeah, we're definitely calling it after this. I mean, I'll try to make it a good showing, so we don't end on a sour note. That's always important. But I need a note to end on, period. And that note being a battle. There we go. Alright. Megalomaniac. Crobat is not going to taunt a T-Tar, so we get up rocks easily. Is that JoJo or something? I know, like, is that a JoJo reference? Is a joke in and of itself, but I really don't know. I assume it is. Oh, this is just wonderful. Knocking off the Blissey, getting the T-spikes down. Oh, Tentacruel, you are just wonderful sometimes. And now I'm going to Breloom, and if he T-waves, then I'm going to cry. Oh, thank God. Okay. Free Spore. Free Leech Seed for a gajillion health back. Free Spore again. More chip damage on Fori. I'm not risking an early wake up and spin. I'm going right to Rotom. Oh, perfect. Thunderbolt. Blissey. Knocked off. Oh, this is just beautiful. I'm just going to keep... Actually, no, I'm going to Force Palm because I think it might stay in. Because I think it's cute. Hey, that works out even better. Para? Nah, okay, not quite. But that's still fine because T-Tar is a beautiful counter and can just Earthquake. Yeah, this is not high-level DPP or anything, but that was a good note to end on. Okay, come on, that was too short. Let's end on a better note. All right, we're facing Money. Don't taunt, please. Arrow has more business taunting T-Tars than Azelf or Crobat does, which is why it's fairly annoying. But hopefully it won't. Especially if it's like a Power Herb set that might not even have taunt. Because the Power Herb Sky Attack set is generally like 3 moves over taunt. It's kind of like the Azelf thing where taunt is so expected and standard that you can sometimes get away with not just not using it, but not even including it on your moveset. Although you don't want to make a habit of it. Then dumb stuff starts to happen when people decide, you know what, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a really silly risk. People love taking their risks. It's nuts. Oh yeah, this is the really physically defensive Adamant T-Tar. For DD Tar. Yeah, that's what it was for. I wonder if these EVs could almost certainly be more efficient. I should really look into that. Yeah, generally, if you're using I'll use my Adamant T-Tar with a ton of defense investment. If you are using a stat boosting nature in one stat and then pumping a ton of EVs into another stat, then consider switching the natures around. So in my case, then instead of using an Adamant nature and reaching 337 attack and 317 defense, then I should switch to Impish and see if I can get more, if I can achieve these same stats and still have EVs left over. And matter of fact, I'm going to try that right now while we wait. Yeah, I wonder if this is the most efficient it can be. See, so 337, 317. So we go to this, we go to 317, and okay, no, that's not the most efficient. It was more efficient before. All right, that's fair. That's definitely fair, but it's worth checking for sure. All right. Well, Money 0127 is intent on not making it rain today, so we'll just keep going on looking for that beautiful end note. Like the one that concludes Whiplash. Oh, there's Arrow Weavile. That's a classic low ladder combination. And it's a classic pain in the ass, actually. They're so fast. Very, undeniable cool factor. And, I'm going to stop tempting fate now that the battle has actually begun. Physically defensive Tentacruel is so cool. I should really name this Cruella. That was a fun movie. Very, very enjoyable. I liked the part where Cruella decided that she would... Well, I won't spoil, but let's just say that there was a major crossover with a certain Pikachu, voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Can you imagine? That would be some serious Disney crisis. Alright, come on now. Come on, Money. Wow, what is all these speedsters coming out? Well, we got the T-Spike down. Is there going to be a rock? No rocks in sight. Alright, this is not a great note to end on, so I'm going to keep trying. That's actually a very high rating. Now, that's definitely a Life Orb. Boom. Good lord. Or just a lot of attack investment, I guess, but I assume Orb because I assume if there's Psychic, then there's going to be lots of special attack investment behind it. So there's the Arrow again. This definitely lives a non-Orb Earthquake because physically defensive, and it does a ton of damage. So now I'm going to go to Rotom and hope he doesn't Stone Edge or do something stupid like Crunch. Yeah, that would be unpleasant. And saving... Oh, he does, but I get bailed. I mean, it's not going to come close to killing, but that was definitely a nice move on his end, and I got lucky there, so if I have to take a hit later, that might come into play. Oh, that's not fun. But yeah, it's best to have a sack in this situation. Alright, well, there goes the scarf. That's actually fairly irritating. Alright, well, I have to let this go. Peculiar switch choice. Oh, I guess he was afraid of the T-Tar being faster than Latias because he gave me a scarf. Nice idea. Probably not going to work in practice because if you calc that arrow EQ, then you see that there's no way a T-Tar can... Actually, that was a nice way to set up Lucario. Really nice. The trick Latias into set up Lucario combination is quite classic. But, yeah, if you calc, then you see there's no way that arrow can... that T-Tar can be both bulky enough to live arrow EQ from that range and also, outspeed Latias with a scarf. A lot of people think scarf is just an automatic outspeed button, but it's really, really not. Okay, we're going to protect here just for some extra health. Or some extra sand chip, rather, I'm sorry, against Berlin Ursaring. And now we're going to go to Heatran. We don't mind the T-Spikes at all. And, in fact, we're going to avoid an HP ground here and go to Tentacruel. Oh, yikes, that's not fun. Well, actually, no, I have Rotom, who's healthy enough to live even a Bullet Punch. Crunch Bullet Punch Luke is not great, but that was a smart SD. Also, that was a smart switch, actually, because if you KO the T-Tar with Scarf with your Latias, then you don't get the Lucario setup. So that was really nicely done. Okay, we're gonna knock off this thing, and then we're gonna go to Breloom. Perfect. Free setup. Actually, would have really enjoyed the the T-Spikes there to already be recovering, but it's all good. And there's Swampert getting slept, and that'll make it easier to spin later. Okay, now we, against a -2 Latias, we get a free Spore off. This is the most, like, diamond, well, minus the Latias, this is the most, like, diamond and pearl team I can imagine. Arrow, Weavile, Azelf, Lucario. It's crazy. That's definitely, like, a Wi-Fi battle out of 2007, 2008. There's Force Palm. Alright. Protect Breloom's a beast because it does things like check this. And now we're going to Leech Seed the Gengar. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great feeling. Draco is going to do a lot, but not enough to... I think he might be using that old sample team of mine. So, Rotom, Heatran, and then I think Gliscor is last on one of them. And, oh, T-Tar, obviously. Yeah, this is a support Tar, so... Alright, well, there's the superpower. I think that one, yeah, Specs, Latias, Scarf Tar, Sub, Protect Heatran, and then some sort of Rotom. Oh, there's that going on. Actually, this is kind of a pain. Do I have to stay in and survive? Oh, I have some bulk. Actually, I'm just going to spam Protect simply because I don't survive that plus that. Good lord, that's actually a pain. Yeah. But I'm fine in this department. This has Sleb 0 turns, and now I should win. So that Stone Edge must definitely help me out a little bit. I'm going to go for the spin. Okay, that's fine. Rotom's in, but it's also really not that threatening. I can go to Breloom. When your opponent is weak to Breloom, the best way to get the most out of it is not to try and beat everything with it at once, but to get it in over and over, and gradually make your opponent less capable of dealing with it over time. So, yeah. Alright, that one finished off nicely. Oh, that was a nice move. I don't think this is going to be HP ground. Nope, there's HP ice. And now we're going to sub up. Speaking of sub protect Heatran, with the sleeping knocked off Pert, then this is going to be a gigantic pain. For Berlin Ursery, I'm more of a Dusseldorf Teddy Ursa myself. I just came up with that on the spot. I do love Teddiursa, though. What a great, adorable Pokemon. Alright, I think this is Scarf. I think I ran double Scarf on that team. But it's, not worth being cutesy and trying to sub again on the superpower. That doesn't do anything. I would prefer to just keep T-Tar's, or keep Heatran's health as high as possible. As opposed, I don't really get an advantage from subbing down again. I'm not going to PP stall it. I mean, it's actually easier to PP stall the superpowers if it is a slower one. Like, oh, I think, no, sorry, it's banned on that team because I wanted it to pursue Clefable's. Yeah, that was definitely it. So, that's helpful. And the next Earth Power might KO. You can just protect, again, back to Tentacruel. I mean, chunking T-Tar is always helpful to get the most out of my own Rotom and Latios. That's how these kinds of teams work. Let's see, I'm just going to go for a Surf. Because I don't really see Rotom. I mean, I guess in the event Rotom doesn't switch in because it doesn't want to switch directly into a Surf, then, yeah, see, that's fine. I'm going to go to Breloom here because I don't really care about removing rocks. It's nice, but I would prefer to, remove rocks to not remove rocks on Rotom than to surf into Roserade. That's the risk reward of this. Because Roserade, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter either way, but that would be my preference anyway. So now I'm going to Leech Seed, again, because I would prefer to, Leech Seed and whiff into Roserade than to Force Palm and do nothing into Rotom. And Leech Seeding Heatran is great. I'm going to Protect because even if there's a sub and it's losing health and doesn't really... He's not going to want to do that. And now I can just switch T-Tar into Lava Plume freely because it is sleeping. Yeah, what a beast Heatran is. So, yes, I am very used to playing my own teams at this point. Yes, so nothing that can really be done to punish this T-Tar switch, besides like a double to T-Tar and then a double back into Heatran. But at the same time, it's getting chipped by rocks, and definitely not unmanageable. Irritating for sure. But T-Tar sleeping is actually nice because it can't get burned and it has Earthquake. So Heatran can't like dick around against -1 superpowers and stuff like that. Oh, nice move from Berlin there. I'm going to Crunch simply because I don't want that... Alright. Actually, I don't really switch into this thing really well, because now that he knows my Breloom doesn't have a grass move. Yeah, he knows. Well, T-Tar has burned some turns, but I'm going to go back. Alright, I'm going to Leech Seed again, because I can take an Ice Beam. It's a bulky Pert and a bulky Loom. I mean, I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm not really relying on Breloom defensively so much to the point where I can't afford to let it take that Ice Beam. It's not like I'm relying on it to handle a Gyarados or something. And wearing down that Pert is definitely nice, because the next time my Heatran gets a free switch, then it is going to be, a massive, massive threat. And here we see why Latios is not a reliable sleep absorber, because now Sleep Talk will fail, and that's why I will Force Palm. I don't mean fail because it woke up, by the way. I mean, even if the Latios stayed asleep on that turn, then the Sleep Talk would have failed, because the Latios is choiced. Yeah, Choice Sleep Talk fails upon consecutive uses in Gens 3 and 4. Yeah, knowledge. Anyway, I don't want this thing subbing. I don't need T-Tar for, or rather, I don't need T-Tar for Latios anymore. I don't really need it for Rotom, considering I have Heatran and Protect Breloom, so I'm going to use T-Tar to handle Heatran. I mean, I could go to Latios, but at this point, I think my resources are, overlapping enough, well spread out enough to where I can afford it. That might not be... that might not have been the wisest thing, considering how annoying this thing can be without it. Yeah, that's a pain. That's actually really irritating. I should not have done that. Although I guess I ran that risk either way. Oh shit, I don't even have Sleep Talk, or I don't even have Surf on this thing. Alright, so what I gotta do is spam T-Bolts with Rotom, which is, far from ideal. Don't you just hate when your own team winds up being annoying? And, yeah, then I'm going to have to trick with Latios or something dumb after. I'm going to have to threaten the trick. No, I'm going to have to trick on the Protect and then double switch. Yeah. Oh god, that's really annoying. I should not. Maybe I should have just sacked Breloom and force palmed on the thing. Yeah. All right. Well, at least I get another spore off here, and then I just spam force palm. So the good news is that I am gradually, taking other Pokemon down with me. So it's not like I have to, exert all my energy into getting through the Heatran and then still having to fight a healthy team. Okay, I mean, that's fine-ish. Oh, I really, really want this thing to trick me because I would love to have a Scarf Heatran right about now. Spamming Earth Power against that team, that would be incredible. With Rotom at 40 in Sand, even if it gets my leftovers, it's not healing. Oh, nuts. Oh, yes! Perfect. It HP Ices, and I get my sub up. And that means... Okay, I'm protecting here just in the very, very unusual instance that 26% rounded down. It shouldn't anymore. There used to be cases where a Pokemon at 26.1 would be shown as being at 25. That's been fixed. Like a long time ago, like 6-7 years ago. And but just in case, I want the extra lefties too. Just in case there was a random Custat berry there and not the choice band that I thought. So that was safe. And now, thank goodness for that. Rotom move was nice, but the HP Ice gives me the one-up that I needed because stupid-ass long sleep, which I also got. But yeah, sleep is just dumb in general, and I would really love it for... I would really love for it to leave the tier. But that's a discussion for another day. All right. So yeah, now I think we're... oh, do I have to... Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to protect... Yeah, no, I'm 100% protect sand stalling... Or sub-protect sand stalling this. So I maintain my sub for the Heatran. All right, as long as Pert didn't wake up early, then that was going to be fine. All right, that's the note we're going to end on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Ernie and Luigi are... or they have, and hopefully Tommy S. enjoyed this as well. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time.